My name's Sasha Pete, and I'm super excited today to be speaking to a fantastic individual. This man, when he graced our presence from his home in Croatia, he really brought something special onto the park. He won in 1997 the Best Player of the Year, the Johnny Walden Medal. None other than Kresimir Marusic. Thanks, Kerko, for joining us today.
Thank you for such a lovely, nice words.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Kresimir, tell us, how did you fall in love with our great game?
Well, I think it first happened when I was just born. I was a big boy. I just get from a birth, just a big one. I was about 47 centimeters long, 4.5 kilos. So I was the biggest boy. And my mom is really small. My mom is 165, 167. So the doctor, just when I was at the birth, he just said to her, "Listen, that boy will play tomorrow football. How big I am." So probably he just, he put something into it, from God's word, he's going to play football,
Mm-hmm.
This is how it happened, Since then, when I would start walking, running, I was just give me the ball. And I was all my youth development, I was with the ball, always with the ball.
Okay.
So this is how I probably fell in love. I don't know. Maybe the doctor just predicts something. I have no idea, but this is what mom always telling that story, So probably it's true.
Kilo. I feel sorry for your mother. That's
right. She was in a coma for 5 days. 5 days she was in a coma because I was really, really big boy.
Of course, it's so humongous. So obviously you were born back then in the old Yugoslavia. Now obviously Croatia. Tell us, growing up in what part of Croatia did you grow up in?
I grew up in Zagreb. Zagreb is the capital city of Croatia, and obviously before that there was Yugoslavia. In Yugoslavia we had lots of cities and in lots of countries, but you didn't realize that in my youth time that something happening, that something's gonna be, the problem with the people, but problem with the borders, the politics and everything. We didn't realize that. We were just normally living their lives, and everything was okay, everything was fine. Till since maybe when I was 18, 19 years of age, then probably start already some problems.
Yeah. So and your youth football, when you started playing youth football, you were playing for teams inside
yes.
Zagreb?
Yes. The biggest club in Croatia is Dinamo Zagreb, and then we started playing football at 10, 11 years of age. We didn't start with 5, 6 years of age like these kids now, So we start from 11, and I was there, got the call for the selection. I was there with 500 kids. They pick me. They say, "You're gonna stay selected to as a Dinamo Zagreb player." And I was there from 11 to 17. When I was 17 years of age, then I started to decide to go to play senior football because I didn't want to play youth football another year and a half. I said, I need to grow up. I need to go to move to the seniors level. This is how it all started.
Dinamo Zagreb is like a factory of
yes, it's like a factory, but
senior level. Was it in '92 that you played for Radnik Velika Gorica?
Yeah. Gorica. Yeah. I was there. I was then captain. With 21 years of age, I was a captain. And as you know, before there was like in a squad of 25 players, there was probably around 20 players, old players, experienced players, and there was just a couple of youngsters.
What do you think? What was it like? Obviously, you were playing in the highest division there, in the Croatian first division there. What was the quality like there at that time?
At that time, if you look at it on the individual base, you have a great players. You have like a Boban, Prosinečki, Štimac, Bilic, I don't mention Asanovic and all of them,
Yeah.
so I don't want to forget someone, but that was a world-class players, okay? And the team, like in every competition, in every league, in every country, you have 4 or 5 great teams, and then you have 4 or 5 average teams, and then you have 4 or 5 smaller teams. I think that's a football life. It has to be like that, okay? In a competitions, you cannot have 20 great teams.
Yes.
In every country, I mean, it's always like.
And at that
that's
time,
life.
And at that time, 92, 93, 94, had it settled down? Was it safe to play football in and around Croatia?
It was just a one period of time. I think that was year 91 when the war really started. Okay, and then we stopped the competition for a couple of months or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But it was a problem then. Then we couldn't play football for a couple of months. Okay. But that was only a couple of months, and after that, it's already football always was like someone who gets first forwards, like it is today. Pandemic in football is still the first sport we just start using, playing, and living the normal football lives.
It's almost like football is everybody else's escape. So, you get the football on the park, and it gives a little bit of sanity to the community, right? They go and watch.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so
you forget things. When you're playing football, you forget about the other things. You forget about anything. You're just playing football. You just want to have fun. You just compete with someone. I mean, that's that's the beauty of that sport.
You you spent time and help me pronounce the name. Is it Segesta Sisak? Is that how you say the club?
Segesta Sisak. Segesta. Yes. Segesta Sisak.
How was your? Did you enjoy that your time at that club as well?
Oh, first year, yes, of course. First year when I arrived to Sisak, we had some great players, great team. The coach was Tito Kranjčar. Tito Kranjčar was a coach of the national team a couple of years ago. So he's just finished his football career and he started to be a coach. So he was a coach. He was a big name. I was watching him when he played for Dinamo Zagreb. I was a youngster. I was at the games. So it was such a great honor to someone like him just coaching me, And he wanted me to come to Sisak from Radnik. And then with me there was the players like Mlinarić, Munjaković, Petarnac, old really great players, and we done well. We had Sisak is a city of maybe 40,000-50,000 people. We had 5,000 to 7,000 people in regular basis at the games, which at that time that was really good for the Croatian National League. We played some really nice football as well, and I was enjoying, even though I was really young still, so I need to work really hard at the field. I wasn't. No one, like when I get a bit of experience and when I play for 5-6 years after that, you always can get into that during the game. You can say. You can do some things and say, okay, I'm just going to rest now a bit. I'm going to rest now. When I was younger, there was no rest. You just run. You play, you run, you play, you run,
What sort of, so you ended up in 1995, I think Joe Biskic found his way over to Malaysia in the Malaysian First Division. And we had Mirko Basic here coaching the Melbourne Knights. How did you make your way, your first stint into Australia?
Well, it's happened. The funny stories happened. At the time I was playing Segesta Sisak, and they just replaced the coach. Kranjčar went to Dinamo Zagreb, and in Segesta there came Bračun came as a coach. Okay, so Mlinaric went to Dinamo Zagreb as well with Petrnac, and a couple of the experienced players went back to Dinamo. And all of a sudden, I said to myself, well, now it's a time for me. Now I can play as I can. Okay, so now someone else will run for me. But the coach had a different story for me, and I didn't really make a good connections with the new coach, and we had a fight. We had a fight on the preseason during the session, and because he just came, the president said to me, "Listen, Kresho, he just came. We signed the new coach. Well, what can I do? I need to suspend you, because he wants to suspend you. Things cannot happen like that." Okay, well, I said, "Fair enough." Okay, and they suspended me for 2 months. At that time, Mirko Bazic was reading the newspapers. In the newspapers, they were saying that I was suspended. I went from the preseason home, and he just make a call. He called because he coached me in Radnik in Velika Gorica for 5 games. He was there for 5 games in the first division, so he knows me. And then he made a call. He made a call in the club, the president. Well, everybody will agree because I was suspended. What am I going to do here? I cannot play. I cannot train. I cannot have sessions with the team. And this is how I first time came to replace Biškić. So I was really in a way I was happy because I was suspended. I cannot play, and I go somewhere else to play. This is my life, to play football. But I didn't know anything about Australia. I just knew that Australia is far, far, far away. So this is the only one thing I knew. The rest, I have no idea where is Australia, okay? And the funny thing is, I just got the touristic tickets. Touristic tickets, yeah. When they invite me to come, I think I travel about around 36 to 38 hours to Australia. It's just so imagine myself. I go from Zagreb to Split, from Split to Rome, from Rome to London, from London somewhere I have no idea, Singapore or somewhere else. I don't know, somewhere over there. Okay, we stopped there. From Singapore we went to Perth.
Oh wow!
From Perth we went to Sydney. From Sydney to Melbourne.
Oh wow!
So imagine myself. So the airports, the planes. I was going, oh my god, where is that Australia? What am I gonna get there? I mean, and they say to me, please hurry because on weekends you need to play in a team. I'm gonna be there for a weekend, I think I came from Monday or something like that. And I was there in Wednesday. Wow. It was just when I arrived to Melbourne, I said to the people who just came to be with me, I said, oh my God, don't ask me anything. I had enough of the plane. I had enough of everything. Yeah. So it was a funny story, really. It was funny.
Whoever booked that plane ticket needs.
He didn't want me to come. He didn't want me to come. Whoever booked it, he didn't want me to come.
But I mean, obviously, that 95 season, you had some talent. You had Juric in goal, Andrew Mark Viduka. What was your impressions now? Your first impressions now? You're there only, towards the tail end of those games, those handful of games that you played. What was your impression of Australian football?
But first, I have to say that the first training session was they're training at the night. Okay, I think there was like 7 o'clock session or 7:30 or something like that. Okay, so I had enough time to just prepare myself for the sessions. So I came early. I was there as a professional. So you need to come earlier to the club. So I came to the club. I think that was only me first. There was a couple of guys just arriving. The players was arriving. Some players just came 2-3 minutes before the sessions or something like that. And I was in the dressing room. I was saying, "Oh my God, what is this? So we were just about to go into the park, just going on the fields, and all of a sudden 4 or 5 of them, they want a massage. They want to say, listen, I just want to massage myself. Oh no, we're gonna get a massage now because we have to, 2 minute session starting, what's happening? So the Mirko say, no problem, don't worry, everything is fine. Can that be fine? I said to the coach, what is this? Don't worry, everything is fine, So we came on the park, on the pitch. There was 4 or 5 players over there, 4 of them over there, 4 of us here. I was saying, my God, where I came. Yeah. And after the session, especially because I was okay with the coach, with Mirko. And I said to Mirko, Mirko, is that every session is like this? He said, yeah, probably, but don't worry, they will be different at the game. I was thinking, how they can be different at the game if they're preparing themselves like this? He said to me, you will see, and he was right. The first game was against Adelaide City at home at the stadium, at Knight Stadium, and the stadium was packed. I think there was 11 or 12,000 people. You can see in the newspapers, probably they have it. What was the crowd at that time? Adelaide was first. We were second. Adelaide was leading by 2 points. 2 points ahead of us. It was 2 points ahead of us. So the television and everyone was like, everything. The atmosphere was like, we need to win. We are a better team. Adelaide was a great team with Matic as a coach, Mori, and lots of the other players. And before the game, in the dressing room, I could see the players just turned their minds. They were different. They were concentrated. There was like, they had the determination. They had the energy. And I said, oh my God, something happened. They're not the same boys. And really, it happened like that. We went on the pitch. I think we played 90 minutes, great football. We destroyed Adelaide. We won 2-0, and everyone was happy. And I was happy because my players, my teammates, they were different. They just, I saw we have the energy, we have a great players, good players, and we can do something. This is what, this is where I was relieved in one way. They're saying, wow, that's different now. It's okay. But when we came back to on Monday session, it was the same. It was the same.
Yeah, obviously a different time there. Those boys were tight-knit group, those Melbourne Knights boys. Obviously, with Andrew Marth at the helm there, he would have controlled that dressing room, I'm sure.
Well, they actually, they asked me, Pesh, would you like to come and play for us? We're going to buy a contract, and we do everything just to you can hear and play. And I said to them, listen, when I'm going to be 33, 34, 35, you give me a call, I'll come back. This is what I told them. Really, too honestly. And I said to myself, no, this is not the environment for me. I mean, okay, we won the championship, we won a premiership, great team. We had a great fun, but I was there for 8 games, 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. Yeah? 8 games, and I said, okay, I done my business here. Okay,
yes.
You invite me. You were second on the ladder. I came. We were first. We won. First time in history, we won. We won first time in history in '95. We won in Adelaide. Which is away. So we didn't won. The championship at home. We won it in Adelaide, and it was beautiful. I mean, to be honest with you, there was thousands of supporters in Adelaide. They came to watch the game, and after the game as well, there was a reception at the club and reception at the airport when you arrived. We couldn't move. We went to the airport at that time, so everything was beauty, and I was happy with that. But I was saying to myself, I've done my job here.
Yeah.
I need to go back to Europe. I want to play in Europe.
Yeah. So you were like the hired. You saw yourself as like the hired help. Come in, do a job, win the championship,
That's right.
celebrate. Yes, happy Croatian community,
happy.
everything's good. I did my job. Thank you very much. Shake hands and on the plane home. Yes, like the professional you are. Okay,
Yeah.
I understand you're thinking that. But it's good to win some silverware as well. Yes?
Yes, of course.
Okay, yeah, of course. All right. So you find yourself back in the Croatian First Division. Now, did you enjoy that season there?
Actually, because when I came back, the coach was the same coach was over there. Okay, so I knew that we cannot gel all these things. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy. Once you get a fight with the coach, or coach needs to go, or you have to go. You know, there's not many cases when just everything's went fine, and then all of a sudden coach changed his mind, and you know, so. I was saying, okay, I cannot stay anymore here. So I went from Segesta Sisak to Inter Zaprešić. And I was there, I signed for a year and a half, and I was there for only 6 months because at that time in Croatia, they had a financial problem. Inter Zaprešić had a financial problem. We couldn't receive the wages. You know, it was really hard. When you're playing on a professional level and you're not getting paid.
Yeah,
it's really hard. And I just started the family. I had born young daughter. So it was really hard. You don't get paid, and you still need to produce, and you need to go to the session every day, and you need to play and not be paid. It was really, really tough year for me. And I was waiting, because I had some agents, all around me, and they say, listen, you need to go to play in Europe. We have something for Germany. We have something in Austria, but you need to wait. You need to wait. Now how it is, you can wait for such a period of time, but after that, you start to be nervous. You just say to yourself, I cannot wait anymore. I need.
Especially with a young family, you need to.
That's right. With a young family, you need to, produce something.
Yeah, and so you find your way back to Australia, hopefully with a shorter plane ride. So the second time you came back, was it not 36 hours, or was it?
No, it wasn't. Actually, that team wanted to come really, really soon. They want to come, and Sydney United. Coach was over there, Branko Čulina, who made the call and they called me. He said, Kresh, well, if you want to come, I saw you when you played for Melbourne Knights, and I think you can help my team. And I said to Branko, well, I was waiting for something in Europe, but I cannot wait anymore. I said, well, why not? I will come for a year. That's why I signed only for 1 year. Mm-hmm. And this is how things happen. I think that was in October. I just arrived in October, and I had probably 2 or 3 weeks before the season started. 2 or 3 weeks or something like that.
Yeah. So but were you fit? Were you fit previously from the Croatian First Division? So did you come across fit? Or
yeah, I'm okay because I was doing on my own sessions as well. I was preparing myself because I knew where I'm going. I knew how the Australians play football. Okay, I knew. So I know that I need to be prepared.
The words that Branko Čulina describes you as brilliant, a visionary, classy and intelligent, occasionally temperamental.
Yes.
So maybe you can talk about that, but extremely lovable. And so and he sends his regards. So tell me about. What does he mean by temperamental?
Well, I think I have that from early age, okay? It probably, I cannot remember when it started. Probably it started at Dinamo Zagreb, okay? Because at the Dinamo, I was always in the first 11, okay? Well, so I get back to that, to Dinamo Zagreb. When I was 16, we went to 16 to 17. We went to the tournaments in Germany, and they invite a couple of the players. Mm-hmm. One of the players was Mihailovic. You know Mihailovic?
Of course.
Yeah. So he came with Dinamo Zagreb. We went to the Germany that tournament. Okay. At that tournament, we play against some big clubs, Bayern, Borussia Dortmund, and all the big clubs. It's always a dream to compete with some of the teams like that. Okay. Well, I was always starting. At that tournament, I was on the bench.
Okay.
And I was on the bench. All tournament, I was on the bench. Mihailovic and a couple of the players who just came, they were playing. Okay. All right. They wanted to see that players and, you know, they wanted Dinamo to buy them or whatever. But I was so upset. When he came back to Zagreb, I came to the coach and I said, listen, you done this once and never again. Okay. If you put me on the bench one more time, I'm going to leave the club. And this is how it happened. Yeah, this is how it happened. So that with my 17, they rather put me on the B team to play in a B team than for the juniors, because for the juniors, they want to put me on the bench. And then I said, that's it. I had enough. I had enough of you and all of you in the club. So that's why probably it's all started from there.
Okay.
You know?
So let's call it your passion to play. You have a viewpoint of what you want. And if it doesn't work out that way, you're not having it. That's it.
In a one way.
Yeah.
Because you have to, if someone replaced me and be better than me, fair enough.
Yeah, okay.
But it wasn't. If you're better than me, probably I would say, okay, he's better than me. He plays well. I need to shut up and just wait my chances, okay, when I'm on the park. But when they are not better than me,
yes,
then I want to play. This is when it's all started. But what Branko say is it's true. It's true. I had a temper, like you see. I changed a lot of clubs during my career, year by year. Sometimes because someone wants to buy me. Sometimes because I wasn't happy. I was playing, but I wasn't happy. Okay, because I cannot remember. There was only one club.
That 96-97 year where you were named Player of the Year. You won the Johnny Warren Medal. You had a fantastic year, and you had a good team around you, right? So the boys gave you a nickname. What was that nickname? Tell us.
Yeah, then the nickname was a magical.
And who came up with that nickname?
I'm not quite sure who's first started and say that word, but I think maybe there was a Spider. Spider is a magical because, you know, most of the time I was producing something with the ball and always find some solutions and always find something. So probably that's why they say, well, that's magic, you know, he's a magical, you know. And these days I'm still magical for him.
Oh, really? So he's still, So
he still called me magical.
Oh, fantastic! Obviously, Zelko Kalat's a fantastic keeper, and at the time, you could tell he was going places. Obviously,
yes.
Mark Rudin at the back. You had Branko's son, Jason, who went on to play for Australia, and you had Ante Milicic up front. And you in the middle there, you were doing
David Rilic,
a lot of
David
chaos.
Rilic, yes. Well, the thing is that we had two strikers, Rilic and Ante. And Milicic, Ante, and David. I think Ante scored 18 goals, and David's really 21 or 22, 23 goals, something like that. The funny story is when they were just, you know, at that time the players were making CVs to get to give someone to in Europe just to make the Europe, you know. And Ante told me, you know, because he went from Sydney United to Holland. I'm not quite sure which club, but he went from Sydney United to Holland. And I said, well, when I sent the CV, the guys, the scouts and everyone say, listen, there's more number 7 over there in your video than you. So I was more in the video than him, you know. It's a funny story, you know, because we want to buy Ante, and all of a sudden we have someone who is more on CV than you.
Yeah, obviously, but that was a fantastic side. Yeah, like I said, you were pulling the strings and being really creative there. very classy in their midfield, and I think you rightfully awarded the Player of the Year that year.
It's a lot of things happened just before the final game, and I think that things didn't help us to win it.
Okay.
But full credit to Brisbane. Full credit to Brisbane. They were at that time at 90 minutes. They were a better team. They had a determination.
So
they had energy.
On paper.
Yes.
I watched that game a couple of months ago again, and on paper I would have thought, and I remember back at the time, if football was played on paper, you guys were a 2-3 goal better side.
Yeah, that's true.
However, on the day, they just wanted it. They wanted it more.
Yeah.
So you said something happened leading up to the game. You care to elaborate? What were the problems of why you think you couldn't pull it off?
I think the problem was that the first, especially because we had that semi-final tough game against South Melbourne, I think, in Sydney. We won 1-0 from the corner. That was a tough game, We just before the final game, we played that game, and I think we just use all our energies, because we want to make the final. Okay, we knew that we are top team, that we deserve the final game. But then again, you have another game before the final game, and you can lose it.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, South Melbourne was a good team as well, so we could have lose that game. Okay, but after the game, there was so much relief, As you know, on the television, there were some problems with the fans. The fans went into the game. We were celebrating, and like we already done it. Probably that's a one thing. Okay.
Maybe you played the other things. So maybe you played your final 1 week too early. Is that maybe what?
Yes, maybe. I think that was one problem. Okay. The second problem was the pitch in the field on the Brisbane. They play on Friday nights. They play rugby games.
Yeah.
Rugby league game, and the grass was really too high, and that was a crumpy. We didn't get used to that sort of field. Okay, we need to play. We played some fast football, so we need some good surface to play.
Yeah, you guys were a ball-playing side. You were more technical, and they were more, let's say, aggressive and pace.
Aggressive. Yeah, that's right. So I think that the field better use the Brisbane use better that field on their advantage than us. Okay. Mm-hmm. The other things, the atmosphere, there was a brilliant, but there was like 36,000 supporters of Brisbane.
Yes.
There was 5,000 or 6,000 supporters of Croatian. Okay, that's a big difference. And probably they helped them to win it. They helped them to win it. And that things happen. Okay, in 90 minutes, they were a better team. They deserve it.
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, having watched that game, I don't think they were a better team, but they wanted it more. Right?
They wanted it more. Yeah, full credit to them.
Yeah. So Carlton, a new club, come knocking. So I remember the glamour side, and Eddie Krinčević is coach many fantastic players, the likes of Bresciano, Colosimo, Grella, John Markovski, Dina Stasiadis in goal. And I've just scratched the surface. That whole squad was very, very good. Right.
They were good, and lots of youngsters, lots of really good youngsters, young players. Yeah, really.
And from what I could take it, they tried to make the club professional, like a professional outfit. Yeah.
Yes.
And so I just want to tell you what Eddie has to say about you. He calls you a very creative player that could dribble past players with his superb technical ability. And also your awareness, all right? You were like that one step ahead of everybody else on the park. And he also said that you're a gentleman outside of the outside of football, outside of the field. So very kind words that Eddie Krinčević has said about you, and he passes his regards. So,
Thank you.
what do you remember about your time in Carlton?
I think that we had some problems with Sydney United and Carlton. I think there was a Perth as well. Obviously, you know, I was a player of the year. I just had 1 year of contract, and my visa was expired in a month or two. I need to move or went back to Croatia because, you know, I just signed for 1 year, and every single thing went really, really fast. Yeah, Carlton came first. Carlton made the offer. Carlton said to me, "We're gonna help you with the Australian citizenship. Okay, we want you to play for Australia. We want you to become Australian, and we have a new team, new professional team, new coach. Everything all set up is gonna be on a higher level. You know." That's integrate me, okay? I was saying, well, could be better, you know, could be really nice, you know, because I want to feel like a really professional, you know? Because at Sydney United, at Melbourne Knights, it's like a home atmosphere, you know?
It's family club, yes.
Yeah, family club. They're not professional, okay? They are not professionals. So that was missing me, you know? I want to feel like professional, okay? I love when we gel together and we you know, hang up together after the session and spend the time together. But I love as well when we are professional on the field, when every setup is a professional, you know, when everyone is starting to be a professional as a football players needs that, you know. Football players needs a discipline. They need a discipline, you know? And that's integrate me when they came. And they came soon as they call me. They make a call in the morning. At the noon, they're already there. They were in Sydney. They jump on the plane. That's right. Yeah. So they made a call in the morning, and then at the noon they said we're gonna get on the field on the plane, and we're gonna get there. And if you sign, that's it. Yeah. So I was saying to myself, "Oh my God, these people are they really serious?" Huh?
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, why not?" You know. And in the meantime, they call me from Perth.
Oh.
Well, they say what they offer you. So I have no idea.
Wait, while Lou Sticker's on a plane coming from Melbourne to Sydney, Perth's on the phone trying to circuit break the contract. Wow.
Yeah, that's right. And they say to me, "Listen, Crash, what they offer you, we give you double."
Oh, wow.
I go, "Oh my God," you know. And then all of a sudden, Sydney club as well, Sydney United club president, they say, "Listen, we want you to stay here. We'll buy you a house. We'll give you this. We'll give you that." You know. And I said to all of them, "Listen, I agree, and I make my word with the Lustica." And I said, "What can I do now? I cannot now change my mind because I make my word. I gave a word to that people, and I'm the person like that. If I shake your hands or if I say to you, that's it for me, fair enough, I will sign it." Yeah. So you can put me as much money you can want me to give now. I'm not going to change my mind. That's it. I'm going over there. Yeah.
That's full on and quite honorable. Okay. Nobody would blame you because double is double. Either $1 to $2, right? Double is double.
Yeah.
You know, like very few men in those situations.
Yeah.
Okay, your word is strong, but double the money is double the money. I mean, like it's a big.
It's true. I didn't want to change my mind. This is. I'm like that. Okay, I'm a person like that. I didn't want to, you know, shame myself or you know.
Wow, that's huge news. So so that would have left Perth scratching their head, going, "Oh, wow, I could double the money, didn't change it." So it was that thing. Did you feel good about yourself? Like at the end, after you made it, did you feel good inside? You moved from Sydney to Melbourne. Did it feel like the right decision?
Yes and no. Okay. I knew that because I played in Melbourne in '95, and if I compare the cities, I mean the full beautiful city of Melbourne, but I prefer Sydney.
Yes.
Sydney is for me is beauty of I love Sydney. I love the environment. I love the sun. I love the beaches. I love Sydney is I fell in love with Sydney.
Yes.
And
Melbourne's cold.
And I knew the Melbourne is different. The Melbourne, when it's a sunny, they said to me, when I arrived to Melbourne first time, it's a sunny, yeah, but bring your umbrella with you. I go, why am I going to bring an umbrella? Well, it's a sunny day. No, just bring it with you. I said, all right, fair enough. Really, 1 hour time, it's raining. And I go, oh my God, that was true, bring umbrella. All right, fair enough. But it's not going to happen like that, okay? It's a sunny. When it's rain for a couple of days, but it's fine.
Yeah.
And I was saying to myself, okay, you make this decision. You can always change it in a year's time. Yeah. What's year in Melbourne? You're going to play for a year. You're going to change. I signed for 2 years.
You signed for 2 years?
2 years. I signed for 2 years. But you can always change it. Okay, if you're not happy, if they're not happy, you can always change it. Okay. So I signed for 2 years. I went there. The football field didn't suit me because we played on the Aussie rules football at the Carlton. That was Aussie rule. Okay, so that's not football stadium, right?
It was a more curved, or what was the? It was a mound.
It was an oval, like a rounded, for the Aussie rules fields. Yeah. And in the middle, you had that for the cricket as well. When they put it the hardest. Like a cricket pitch, okay? And I wasn't happy with that, and I said, "Listen, this is hard. That surface over there, you can injure yourself over there. When you get from the grass to the rock, it's rock. Yeah." And we had a couple thousand per game on a big stadium. Yeah. The atmosphere wasn't really good, but. The main problem was I came injured.
Oh, really?
I had problems with my pubic bones, so I had problems. It's a groin injury.
Yeah,
it's a groin injury.
Pubis, where you
osteoarthritis pubis. Yeah. It's a groin injury, and when I'm warm, I'm fine for 35, 40 minutes. But then it's when it starts cooling down, pain. I could not run. I could not change directions. I cannot kick the ball. So, and I start to realize that after 2-3 games in a season that I have really problems, And I said to the physio, I said to the coaches, and I said to the coaching staff and everyone, listen, I have a problem, it's something in that pubic in the groin. I have a pain. I'm not quite me. I'm on the field. I don't feel it. Something is happening. And they said to me, well, fair enough, but can you just, we just signed you. You're a big name. Yes. There are sponsors over there. Everyone accepting you to play, and just come on, hold on for a while. I was saying, all right, fair enough. Going to hold on. Yeah, I'm just going to hold on. Yeah. So I played. I don't know how many games I played like that. Especially saying second half when the players going to the park, I couldn't walk. Because all cooled down. So I couldn't walk. I couldn't run, and that was probably around 2 months, 2.5 months was going like that, about 10, 12, maybe 14 games I played like that, maybe even 15, I'm not quite sure. And then one day I said to myself, that's it, it's finished. I said to them, listen, I'm not going to play till I don't get that right, okay? Yeah. So I went to get some injections, rehabilitation. It all lasts for 3 months. 3 months. I was 3 months out. And then after that 3 months, I was okay. And then I was preparing myself for a week or two. And we had five games to go in the season. And I started playing all these 5 games. And as you know, Carlton finished second, and we went to the grand final as well, and we lost against South
Yeah,
Melbourne.
very controversial game that. So obviously.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Again, I was at that game, and I remember it well, obviously, because I was a South Melbourne supporter. Obviously, they were good night for me. Good night for me.
Yes.
Yeah, so both teams was a good game, very good game. How did it feel? How did it feel like for you on the park?
Yeah, beautiful game, beautiful atmosphere. South Melbourne, beautiful team with the great players, all set up. I mean, I think we done already. We succeed in Carlton.
Yeah.
Be honest. First year, 20, 25 players, new coach, new staff. Everything was new, and we finished second. And we in the grand final. Maybe that was enough for us.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Maybe. And that game, maybe, because we succeeded. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we made a big deal because I don't know as many teams, new teams, they made it something like that. Okay.
Yeah, in 1 year. Yeah, it's a big achievement.
In 1 year, I mean, especially with the all new setup,
So you signed for 2 years, but you only stayed one. So what happened? Why leave?
Well, I disagree with the people because of that injury. Okay. Because of that injury. They say I didn't play well in the first half of the season, and I said to them, "Yeah, I didn't play well because of that injury, because I had the problems." Okay, I was telling you, and you didn't want to listen to me. Okay, and so we had some, disagreement. We had some. We after the final game, Eddie came to me and say, "Listen. They need to give you now 3 years of contracts, double money and all. But I already made the decision. I'm not staying.
Oh, wow.
I'm not staying.
Yep.
I'm not staying. I was prepared to not stay anymore. Okay. There's no money. And then all of a sudden, at that time, 2 months. Well, I think that was a couple of weeks before that. We knew that Northern Spirit's going to come to the league. There's a new team. The new team in Sydney. And North Sydney, which is a beautiful area. So I knew a lot of stuff.
The love of Sydney got you back, yes?
The love of Sydney got me back, and again, new challenge for me.
Yep.
New challenge for me. I mean, I came to Carlton, even with lots of bad things happened to me. I was thinking, I'm mad at here as well, because we finished second.
Yeah.
We played grand final. I done my job here.
Yeah.
I go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I made my mind. That's it. Okay. I'm going back. And then obviously, I was a player who lots of club wants at that time, and they make a call. Graham Arnold and the president of Northern Spirit. They say to me, it's a new club as well, new environment. It's all going to be professional. Robbie Slater and Ian Crook and lots of players going to come, and we're going to buy lots of good new young players. And I said to myself, I love Sydney. I love this. I mean, why not? It's a new challenge. Why not?
And obviously, Graham Arnold and Robbie Slater had good success at Sydney, Croatia for a long time.
Yes.
So that experience, and obviously Ian Crook quality. So I think Scott Ollerenshaw was also in that side as well. But so many big, you added. Did you enjoy your time there at Northern Spirit?
Yes, I love it. I love it. Really, I love it.
Who did you? So was that the time that you enjoyed your football the most? Is that what your?
I think I played some games at Northern Spirit even better than in Sydney United. To be honest, yeah, because I was a top goal scorer at that time in Northern Spirit. I was enjoying because there was between 15 to 20,000 people at the game. There was a lot of Pommies, lots of England supporters. The English and English like to make an atmosphere, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, we played Friday night, 8 o'clock. It's a beauty Friday night. You know, you have the weekend off. You can, you know, you have a session in the morning and Saturday, recuperation sessions, and you know, you're free at the weekends.
Nice.
Only thing I didn't like again, that surface. You know, that surface as well in the middle. That's for the cricket as well. And the funny thing is, the coach said to me, Graham Arnold, lots of coaches realized that I never played in the middle of that. Where is that pitch? I always went left or right.
Oh, you never ran on the cricket pitch?
Never ran on it. I didn't want to run on that sort of, you know.
Yeah, you could pop a beat on that. So who did you room with? Who was the person that you shared a room with when you went away? Do you remember who you roomed with?
I think in Northern Spirit there was a Paul Bilokapic.
Oh, okay. So was that a quiet room or a loud room? What was your rooms like? All normal?
It was funny room, you know. The Paul always makes some funny things, you know. So he was a good boy. He was a great boy. And because he played with me in Sydney United.
Yep.
And because I was more offensive, he was a lot of defensive players. And I always turned myself and I said, Paul, we call him Bilo. Bilo, you have a ball? Don't worry, Kresh, I'll do it. Don't worry, I'm going to run. Don't worry, you just stay there. Don't worry, I have it. Don't worry. So
he let you cheat.
It was nice for me when it's someone I have a backup at the back.
He let you treat and get your breath, so he goes with the ball and gives it back to you. So at the similar time, this is something you told me earlier off camera, that Australia came for you. They wanted you to be an Aussie, and you ended up getting an Australian passport. And you were part of the camp, the Venables Blanco camp in '98. So tell us, how did that come about? What was the background story of how you ended up getting that Australian passport?
Well, the thing is, when they make a call, and when the letter came to the Sydney United, when I was playing in Sydney United, just before, I think there was like 2-3 games before the final game, the Branko Chulina got the letter from Australian Federation that I think there was 4 or 5 of us make a call for Australian national team, you know. So we were supposed to go, I'm not quite sure, after the season in a camp, okay? And they were preparing themselves for the game against qualification, Iran, and all these games, okay? And I was really happy. I mean, I'm going over there and everything, you know, it's good. It's a beauty to play for the country.
Best players of the country. You know, you've got the likes of Bosnich and, you know, Ivanovic and
there was some great players. Yeah, great players. But the thing happened after the final game in Brisbane. Raul Blanco called me and they said, "Listen, Kresh, we have a problems because you still don't have an Australian passport. So we cannot take you because all the players need to be Australians." Okay. So he said to me, the club and all of the staff, we're gonna hurry up so you can get a passport. Once we get you Australian, then you're gonna come back. Obviously, we want you now, but you cannot be in a squad at the moment, you know. But once you receive the Australian passport, you're gonna be in. Okay. So when I signed with Carlton, all the people and the lawyers, they were making to hurry up all these things. Okay. And a year passed by, and they had a qualification against Iran. And Terry Venables they invite me to the hotel, and we had a coffee, and he said to me before the game, "We're gonna win this game for sure." He was 100% sure they're gonna win it.
Mm.
We're gonna make to the France, and you going with us. And I said, I'm available. I'm happy with that. So once we win it, I'm gonna be there. But the things didn't happen like that.
Yeah, so we cried that night.
Yeah.
And so, but you
Yes.
felt in your heart now that obviously Croatian born, but now the love for Australia, you've been here a number of years, that you felt
Yes.
that you were happy to become a Socceroo. You felt in your heart,
Of course.
Australia.
Yeah, I was. Yes.
Wow.
Because, well, I don't know. That things go from your heart.
Yeah.
When you feel it something, I love Australia. I love Australians. I mean, I never felt like I'm Croatian over there. I mean, okay, my background and everything. I'm Croatian. Okay, I'm born Croatian. I live in lots of the years in Croatia. I'm now in Croatia. But the people make me. I feel like I'm home as well. Like I have two homes.
Yes.
Like I have two homes. One is in Australia. One is in Croatia. That's why I felt I can play. I would love to play.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Obviously, these are sliding door moments. That idiot cut the net, and
yes, that's right. Yeah, he broke up the game, and
So,
that's right.
So it would have been nice to know. So you at least you became an Aussie. You got your Australian passport.
Yes.
The obviously disaster that night in the. I'm sure what was the feeling like in the hotel afterwards, after that game with the boys?
It's like a funeral, it's like you're going to the funeral, someone's died. I mean, no one was talking with anyone, everyone was in their own minds, and I think we couldn't believe it. I mean, that was a 2-0, 15 minutes to go, and things happened, the incident happened, disaster, and Iran came back from that period, and it was really hard. It was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard.
How did obviously your love to be a professional footballer took you to like you said earlier to Belgium, and you spent the season there. Obviously it didn't work out, and you come back again to under Trelina again at the Olympic.
Yes.
So this is this sliding doors moment. So even though that Trelina, he loved you, like lovable, temperamental but lovable. So he obviously loved you, and he knew that you could do a job for him. That was a very good time. You had Marusic, Clint Bolton, and the goalkeeper, if I remember correctly, Pablo Cardozo. He was very good.
Yes.
So he would have been a handy partner with you. Did you enjoy your time at Olympic?
Yes, I love it. Yeah, it was really nice to be at the Olympic, to be, the part of that team. We had some great players. Obviously, we didn't make it the final. Okay, maybe that was a disappointment for all of us, because we had a good squad, we had a good team, and we couldn't make it the final as well, but we didn't. I was already in. I think that was. Then I was like 30 years of age or something like that, 30 to 31. When I was playing in Belgium, they wanted to sell me in China. That was I was in China for three times for 7 days on trials.
They were trying to ship you off.
Yeah, they were trying to sell me. They were trying to sell me because I wasn't happy in Belgium. We were last. We couldn't win the game. And as you know, my history in Australia, I played for the good clubs, but they were always winning.
Yeah.
And I came to Belgium when we couldn't win any game.
Relegation.
No games.
Yeah.
And that was disaster for me. I was so nervous. There was one game. There was one game in I think that was after 10 games in Belgium. I got a stress during the game. Hiccups. It started. I think that started just before the end of the game. It started hiccups. So they called me for 3 days. I was hiccup for 3 days.
Was from anxiety or from because you were losing, or why?
I think there was a stress. I was
Anxiety.
nervous breakdown. I got a nervous breakdown. Okay,
Yep.
because I was hopeless on the field. You know, I couldn't win. I didn't play well. I was like, what is wrong? Something is wrong.
Well, it's hard.
Probably that's
When you're an offensive, you're always very classy and you were winning the ball and you needed other players to play with you. But you were like the puppeteer. You controlled the game. When you were in the middle of the park, you did whatever you wanted on the park. And then when you go play for a bottom team where it needs to just, grind out results and play defensive, this is probably not your style either, right? So you were probably like a square peg in a round hole there at that club.
Okay. Well, they tried to change me. Okay, they tried to change me. I mean, we had a good coach. Okay, he was a good coach, but we play 4-4-2 formation with the 4 youngsters at the back. With the 4 really young players at the back, and in the middle we play diamond. We play in a diamond 4. In a diamond 4, and I was that one offensive one. But they want me to run back. They want me to defend. We didn't. Well, because we were a small club, we didn't have great players around me or good players around me, so we couldn't keep the ball. Okay, we were losing the ball all the time. And there was such a better team against us. I mean, Anderlecht, Standard Liège, Bruges, and Genk. I mean, you cannot compete. I was in Lommel. Lommel was a small city, small club. And once I realized that I'm in Belgium, in a small club, that the other teams are much, much bigger, they are better players, probably that disappointment, it just reflect on the field as well, And my contract was, because when I was getting a contract with Lommel, they say, we're going to give you a great money on winning. On every game where you win, you're gonna have. I think at that time I had about 5,000 Australian dollars per game. And when you have 5,000 Australian dollars and you cannot win any game, I mean, then what you can do. You cannot do anything. Okay. And we were last at half of the season. My coach, who they bring me over there, he got sacked. The assistant coach take over, and first meeting with the assistant coach, he just get me in the dressing room and say, listen, Kres, you're a great player, but I want a Warriors. I don't need you. If I'm gonna need you, I will put you in some games. If I don't gonna need you, you're not gonna play. I need 11 Warriors. And I said, well, I'm not that type of the person. I'm not that type of the player. Okay, I can help you with the offensive, but I cannot help you in the defensive. That's not me. Okay, that's not me. That's not my style of playing. Okay. And then the manager of the club and obviously all the people inside of the staff, they want to make some money on me. Okay, they want to sell me. I was already 30 years of age, and. The funny thing is, we played against Anderlecht. We played against Anderlecht. There was first in the first 4 games we played against Anderlecht over there in away, and Anderlecht had such a great team, beautiful team. Anderlecht at the time there was 25,000 people on the game. I remember clearly, and I was sick. I was sick for 5 days. I couldn't have a session. I couldn't make it. I got some virus or something. I'm not quite sure. The doctor gave me injections every day so I can feel all right, feel better. And Saturday morning, they said to me, Kres, how are you feeling? And I said, I want to sleep. I'm not feeling well. I have no energy. And the coach said to me, I need you tonight to play against Anderlecht. I said, Coach, how am I going to play? Coach, how am I going to play? Look at me. How am I going to play? I just want to sleep. He goes, go to see your doctor. And doctor will make you play. I go, all right, fair enough. If they want me to play like this, I'll play. I'll play. I'm professional. I'm going to play. They pay me. I need to play. Okay. So I went to see doctor, and doctor said to me, "Okay, Kresh, how are you feeling?" And I said, "Doctor, you know how I'm feeling. I'm disaster. I cannot walk, hardly walk." He goes, "All right, I'll give you the 2 tablets." He gave me 2 blue tablets. Okay, he goes, "This is going to help you." Fair enough. Okay, take now one and one before the game. So fair enough. I'll take one because there was some blue tablets. He made them from oysters, the tablets from oysters. All right, fair enough, from oysters. Okay. Before the game, okay, 1 hour before the game, in the dressing room, I took another one, okay? So, coach make all right. Coach make the first 11, and he goes, go on the field, go on the park for warm up. So we went on the warm up. It's already, I said to you, full package, 25,000 people. We went on the warm up, and after 5-6 minutes, I got some problems with my stomach. I need to go on a toilet, because it's never happened to me to go in the toilet. You know, we done a toilet before we go on the pitch. The first time in my life, I said, I need to go on the toilet. Coach will say, well, you go, no problem. So I go on the toilet, and I was, everything went out of me, you know, diarrhea, everything. I goes, how am I gonna play? Oh my God, what am I gonna do? You know, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna play? Well, after 10 minutes during the game, I said, listen, I need to go to the toilet. Huh? I said, Kresh, come on. I said to myself, my cow, who cares? I go on the pitch. Who cares? You know, go on the pitch. Finish the warm up. Game started, and I played 90 minutes.
Oh,
I was just running.
okay.
To be honest with you, I was just running. I could not remember one single action. Not remember anything. I was just playing, running. We finished the game. We went to the dressing room inside. The game finished 3-3.
Oh.
The first time in history, they took a point in Anderlecht.
Wow.
Okay? 3-3. And everyone was happy.
Of course.
And I was just sitting there, and I was looking, and I said to myself, what's wrong with these people? We play 3-3. Too big deal, you know? Why they are celebrating? You know? I have probably, because of these tablets, I didn't know where I am. I have no idea where I am, okay? So
what did they give you? What did they give you?
Probably some drugs.
Yes.
Probably some drugs. To lift me up.
It sounds like some kind of like speed or something to make you run like an animal or something. Yeah.
Probably, you know, because they need to lift me up because I was sick. They need to lift me up. Okay. So
oysters. Hey, Kresh, oyster tablets. Ah,
oyster
hilarious.
tablets. They said to me, it's oyster tablets. I said, okay, it's the oyster tablets, no problem. Yeah.
Well, but you're a player, and you go to a professional doctor, and the doctor gives you the tablet, right? You've got to trust that they're doing the best thing in your best interest. So, but what a funny story. And I take it for a bit, this is not a normal, you didn't feel normal in this game, right? So not your...
No, I didn't feel normal. That's why the story continues. So the story continues, okay? So I went back, we get into the bus, we went back to home, to Lommel, and we didn't go home. Whole team and the president and all of us went to some cafe bars.
Okay.
In a cafe bars. We were in some coffee shop, you know, we drinks, we celebrate. Yeah, I was talking with the guys, I was drinking. There was 6-7 in the morning. The president was there, the coach was still there. Every single player went home. I was still there with the president, with the coach. I was drinking. And I was saying, what's happened to me? I'm okay. I want to play. I want to go somewhere, you know? So I came back home about 6-7 in the morning, lay down in the bed. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. So around 12 o'clock, I was about to go to fall asleep. Okay. And Probably I slept for 10 hours or something. I have no idea now. My wife will know better. Okay. And once I get up, I was like, I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk. Honestly, I couldn't walk. Okay. And the story continues. When there was some China scouts and managers at that game.
Oh, wow.
Okay. That's how I first went to China. Okay. That was a connection with China people. And they rang the club, and they were trying to know who is number 10, who is number 10, who is player number 10. Well, when they called the club, the club obviously, they said number 10. Oh, number 10 from Anderlecht. They said no. We want number 10 from Lowell. We are interested in number 10 from Lowell, not from Anderlecht. In Anderlecht at that time, I cannot remember the name, but they had some great player, number 10, really great. Honestly, it was really good player, great player. Okay, and they said, no, we want number 10 from Lowell. And that's how they make the connection with my club, Lowell. And this is how I went to China first time, second time, third time. Third time I went from Australia. But I can continue the story with China, because in China you can get a contract, but you need to make 2 physical tests to get a contract. First is the big test. The Cooper test. At my time, there was a Cooper test. 12 minutes run around the running track. 12 minutes run, okay? And, when I arrived to China, I went to some really good financial great club, big club. I was there for 7 days training with the team. Coach votes me. And they say, we already signed the pre-contract and everything, but I need to run up that, pass the test. I pass that test, and the contract will be official then. Okay. So I said, no problem. I was really fit in Belgium. I was really fit. I could really run at that time. So it was funny. Like we were like a dogs, We got the beeps. We got the beeps with the numbers. They put us on the running tracks. They got stopwatch, and they go, boop, run. And I was running for 12 minutes around the running track. I think I ran 3,250, and it was like you need to pass 3,000.
Oh, well done.
So, yeah, at that time, 3,250 meters. I ran it. And everything was fine, so contract was official, but something happened then, they didn't want to pay that sort of money to club, the transfer fee, that was too high. Oh. And that's why I didn't want to China back. Okay? So that was the full story of my Belgium, my Belgium.
Yeah, so the tablets made you run. But you were also very fit, so running 3,000 meters, 3,000 meters plus in 12 minutes. That's 4-minute Ks. So you were running like 350 or 345 minute Ks. That's quick. That's very, very quick.
Yes.
So you make your way, obviously, back to Australia. You play for Sydney Olympic and the Chilean again, and then the following year you went back to United. But did you spend like a half year there? Half year in Sydney United and half year
in Sydney and half year in at Melbourne Knights.
What happened there?
Yes. Well, when I came to, second time to Sydney United, okay, I was on good wages. Okay. They were paying me some wages on the contract, and some of them was a cash money. Okay. Obviously, at that time there was things was working like that. Okay. So I was on a good money. We started the season. We didn't have a good season, a good half of the season. Okay, we were maybe, I don't know, in the middle of the table, and then all of a sudden, the board, the president, they decided they don't want to pay me anymore that sort of money. Okay,
it's not. You know what? It's not that, Kresh. they would have ran out of money. It would have been simple. Like, they would have the man was probably going to his own ATM to pay you, and he would have ran out of money and said, "I'm not paying anymore."
Yeah. Well, what can you do? Things happen like that. Okay, fair enough. Well, they are Croatian people. I knew I can expect something like that from Croatian people. So I said to myself, well, what can you expect? The same is like in Croatia. Okay, fair enough. You don't want to pay me anymore. Okay. And then Melbourne Knights called me. Okay, they say, well, if you want to come over there, I said, all right, I would love to, but if you gave me that sort of the money, and they said to me, oh, Krish, please, we don't have that sort of money. We are a small club. We'd love you to have here. We love you. And listen, just, please, if you can, just come for a couple of months. And I said to myself, oh, what can you lose, Krish? Go over there. That's your first club in Australia. Go over there and play for a couple of months. That was only a couple of months, okay? Because my family stays in Sydney, I just went on my own in Melbourne and stayed for 3-4 months, played there. And that was the last game of the season. I think we played at the Parramatta Stadium. I don't know against who. And all of a sudden in my head, I just decided, that's it. I don't want to play anymore. Why? I don't know. I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy how things worked for me at that time. I was 32 years of age. I went 3 times in China, get the trials. I mean, oh my God, I'm going on the trials, I mean, I never got the contract. Melbourne Knights, at that time, there was they had some problems as well, financial and lots of things. In the environment and everything, I wasn't happy. And I had said to myself, it's better to finish now instead of just, go for a season, another season, and you're going down and, you're pulling yourself down. No, finish right, And on the television, I had the interviews.
Yes.
And at the television, I had the interviews after the game, and I said, on the television, I said, I finished my career. That's it. I was all sudden, pretty normal, yeah? But I said that words, and that was it for me. As I was the person who just,
followed your words.
When I said follow my words, and I said, I'm not going to play. And that's how I finished my career. I had some couple games for Rockdale City. There was like a guest player, go play for a couple games and this and that. But I wasn't in a training session. I wasn't anymore of playing. And that was it, When I look back now, I would have done differently. I wouldn't say that. Probably I could play another 4 or 5 years if without the injury. So if I can don't get the injured, and then, but I will make a different decision now.
Yeah, interesting. Wise words. Now it's nice to look back at your life and you think, okay, maybe maybe those words should have stayed in my mind and not out of my mouth. So
that's right. Maybe I just need a bit of break. Maybe I could take another 3-4 months of break, holiday. Yes.
So Keko, tell me, you played with so many players and you would have made so many friends in Australia. Who are the boys that you remember fondly with? You think back and you say, that time in Sydney or Melbourne. Does anyone stand out for you out of all the teammates that you played with?
The best friendship, I think, it stays still now. It's with Spider, with Kalats, Jacob Kalats. I think we were like 2 similar players as in head players. We can talk about football for 24 hours. We can make a fun. We can talk about the different stories as well. Different, and we really hang up really well. Really well.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. And I understand Zelko's in Croatia right now after he
Yeah, Zelko is
finished.
this time he's in Croatia. I just saw him 2 days ago. I had a dinner over there at his place, and he was a bit disappointed with that Greece things, what happened, but
That's football.
life goes on. Yeah, that's football. Life goes on.
So Kresimir, you played football at a very high level. Here in Australia, you dazzled. You were now we call the new A-League players the marquee, but I think you were seen as that marquee player. You were at each club. They bought you because they felt that you could do a job for them, like a leadership role on the park.
Yes.
What advice do you have now for that 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old boy or girl looking to now make their first team? What advice do you have to the young footballer?
Well, the most important things and the first things what I would like to say them, it's work hard. Work hard. I mean, obviously they all fall in love with that beautiful game, and most of them, they have a talent, so they're gonna make it. Okay, so they're natural talents, but that's not enough. I mean, you need to work hard. You need to work hard in every sessions. You can learn every single thing. You can improve in every element during the sessions. And you can always be better. You can always be better, and you always need to follow your mind to saying to myself, I can learn some other things tomorrow. I can improve some other things tomorrow. I can be better. If I play some brilliant game and if I score 2-3 goals, no, don't worry. Next time I'm gonna score 4 or 5 goals. I'm gonna be better than this game. Okay, this is how they're gonna improve themselves during the sessions, during the games, and they're always going to have an energy to get into the game on a proper way.
Go to the next level. It's about going to
the next level. Obviously, they need to. Yes.
Very, very wise words. And what final messages do you have to the Australian public who are going to watch this?
Well, thanks for the time. Obviously, when I look back, thanks for the time what I spent in Australia. Thanks for all these words, all these love what they gave me. And as I said before in the interview, I love Australians and I love Australia, and they're beautiful people. They are a beautiful country. If you are a bit closer to me, really, I would. I will go every year to Australia. I can only finish it that thanks for everything. Thanks for
beautiful.
Thanks for being you and being you with me, and thanks what you bring the joy in my life. That's a beautiful part of my life. Australia, it's a beautiful something where I never forget.
Oh, fantastic. These are nice words. So, Keko, you dazzled us on the park. You said some really funny stories today in our interview. We wish you all the very best, and we miss you. And thank you very much for your contribution to Australian football.
Thank you, Sasha. Thank you. Thank you to all of us Australians, and God bless you all, okay?
Hey guys, we've come to the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to our wonderful guest. If you like this type of content and would like to see more, how about you hit the like and subscribe button? And have a fantastic day.